Hello and welcome back to the train shed for another model railway update. Today we're going to be talking to you about a very exciting subject, storage. You may have seen our previous video where we built some little MDF liners to go in those really useful boxes, but those are still a bit fiddly to get locos and stock in and out of, so we're looking at a drawer system. We bought some A4 paper size storage drawers from Amazon. We'll include a link to the ones we bought in the description, which are a perfect size to hold 5 coaches. But we've decided to improve them slightly, to customize them by putting some dividers in them to keep the coaches separate, and then a little bit of foam at each end. So we're just going to show you how we did that. Pretty simple job, but I think it's worked out as a very neat storage solution.
Yes, so let's continue with model railway updating.
This is the PVC angle, which I've just marked up in 30 centimetre lengths. I can get 8 out of these, each one to make a separate divider. And the good news is they're very easy to saw. You can even saw through 4 of them at once.
The glue gun is warming up, and there are these really handy lines, or as we call them, grooves, to show you where to put these dividers in, like this.
So let's get gluing. So I've glued all the dividers flush with the back of the box and left a little gap at the front. I'm going to put a piece of foam down here to protect the coaches. There'll be other pieces of foam inserted between the gaps at the back of varying lengths depending on what stock is held in these trays. So that's the first tray done, just this lot still to do. It's time to make the foam cushioning that's going to keep the rolling stock safe within the drawers. I've marked up this block, how I'm going to cut it, and I've got a hot wire cutter to cut the foam hopefully fairly neatly into the long thin pieces that are going to go at the front of each drawer.
There's not going to be enough mess to make the train shed a mess.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't make a big mess. We shall see. I've only used one of these once before. Oh, it's not switched on yet. Now it switches on. It's very quick to heat up. And then this slots in the front.
There's only one piece used.
One piece. I will need to make pieces to go in the back as well, but that protects all the coaches all the way along the front. It's not quite wide enough.
It's a nice green colour.
It is a lovely green colour. There we go. So there's one. Let's line up the rest.
Supposed to be quick, so people will.
It's quick enough. What goes in that tray, Simon?
Original HST.
Shall we load it in?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
This is the motor one.
That's the genuine power car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, pop it in. This is our original 1986 or something.
1980s.
1980s model. Still going strong. Right, so there's a bit of a gap at the back there, isn't there?
Yeah.
So we're going to need one of these extra pieces of foam that we've cut just to kind of wedge in there. So
But this one won't.
Wobble
This
about.
is a
No,
full
oh
length
gosh, yeah, no, that's
3.
a bit tight actually, isn't it?
Fully loaded storage tray with original HST. Let's put it back in.
What we found is the proper full-length Mark III coaches that only just fit inside these drawers. I'm glad that they do fit, but there's not even room for foam at the ends. So we're just going to leave those ones like that, and then we've packed in the shorter coach, which is not quite the right length Mark III, and the power cars like that. Well done. There we go. They're home. Now we've just got to load up all the other trays. For our Mark III coaches, we found this much thinner foam, which we had in A4 size sheets. Very conveniently, it's exactly the right size to cut to width for the trays. So we've just got a strip at each end, and that's probably the 2 strips at this end, all that the Mark IIIs need. The other thing we've done is we swapped the couplings on these Mark IIIs from the tension locks as supplied to the magnetic style couplings, just for this one train. And that gives you a little bit more space at each end as well, which is rather nice. So we're pretty happy with that for the Mark IIIs and for the Midland Pullman. The other ones will be more packed in with this style of foam to hold the shorter coaches safely. We've got lots of these all loaded up now. Now we just need to make some labels so we know what goes in each one. And then we'll be super organised. And Simon is my chief label maker, aren't you?
Yeah.
You like doing the labels, don't you?
So do you want to watch me drop in the lime green? Okay, that's what I'm going to use for this, like the SR coaches and the Mortal.
Let's print and see what happens.
So you hit this button twice.
Yep. Here it comes.
It'll obviously have a bent bit at the end.
SR wagons. You snip it. Great job. Stick.
SR wagons.
Good
and
job.
See, they are actually SR.
Thank you, Simon. So those are our storage units. Not bad for a morning's work. I think they're really neat and tidy. Do let us know if you decide to have a go at doing something similar, or if you've got your own idea of how you store your stuff. There are much tougher, more durable, stronger storage solutions available for people who move their trains around a lot.
We've made our own ones.
But if you just want to keep them in your shed or your model railway room and just keep them nice without moving them around a lot, then I think these do the job really nicely and are much cheaper than some of those alternatives. The only thing I would change about our project is that 2 of our units don't have a lid on, because we've split a 10 drawer unit into 2 5 drawer units. So we're left without lids for 2 of the 5 drawer stacks. I have contacted the sellers and they're not able to sell us the lids separately, which is a shame. I do have an idea for making a sort of a plywood top that would fit on with holes in the right spaces, just to keep everything neat and tidy, but I haven't done that yet. If you know where you can get spares for these things, I'd love to know. I'd love to get a couple more of those.
Please comment down below in the comment section. This is the label maker we used. It doesn't get much better than that.